Hello, everybody. I'm William, and we're doing a quick little interview with Sophia from Not Your Granny's Cookies. So, yeah, what do you think about? Well, first of all, what do you do?
So my business is it's called Not Your Granny's Cookies. I'm a home-based bakery that cooks basic cookies. I do regular cookies, kid-sized cookies, and cookie cakes. I actually started off making I call them my grown-ass adult cookies because
Okay.
I figure you're a grown-ass adult, you could eat what you want. But those are THC infused. They're very strong. And I started making, that was actually what I first started making. And that's where the name came from, with those Not Your Granny's cookies.
That was the first thing that popped in my head. All right.
Yeah,
The
so
special
they
cookies.
taste like regular cookies, but you can't, they are definitely not
That's
Your
good.
Granny's
I've had
cookies.
some that's like, I know something's in
Oh
here.
yeah, you can taste it. And I'm a big, like I said, I'm a big pot smoker, and anybody who knows me knows that I am. But I'm also an advocate about it because I really do believe that pot like saved my life. Because I don't, anybody who, like my friends and family know that I actually suffer. I have two full hip replacements. So I have metal hips in both my hips, and unfortunately, I I had to have both hips replaced, and before that, I was on like four different pain medications, and they kept on.
Or any of the opioids?
Oh, I mean, I was on like tramadol. There was, I mean, like the real strong ones. The one, but the thing is that what sucks is that when you're taking those, you get sick. You can't really eat. So I was literally eating just yogurt and cottage cheese. So I got down to like almost 120 pounds, and I lost all my face, everything, all my skin looked like it was drooping off my body. And my husband got really scared for me, and he told me, he was like, you know what? Why don't you start day smoking? Just try it. Because I would smoke it to go to bed. So then I tried it, and I kid you not, it was like a light switch. And I understand it's hard for people to like when you're on painkillers to like stop, but for me, no joke, it was like a light switch. I went the next morning. I smoked in the morning, smoked in the afternoon. I kind of throughout the day, and it was the first time I had chili cheese fries. It was the first time I was able to eat. It was amazing, and
No, the
honest,
appetite thing is real.
it is. It absolutely does. And I get it. I'm not a kid, so I'm not out there being all goofy and being all stupid with it. I'm not driving. I'm being responsible. I'm at home.
I think
And
that's an important thing we need to emphasize because
absolutely.
I remember once I was driving a little messed up and I was like, oh, this is no joke.
Yeah.
This is no joke. I parked. I was, nope, can't keep driving. Like,
It's just
I
better
used to think,
safe.
because
Better
I don't
safe
really
than
smoke
sorry.
at during the day, maybe during the night. So I never really had a chance to do it. And then I did it once. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this could end horribly.
it is, and it's so much, not so much like you're speeding, but you're going like 5 miles an hour. You don't
Yeah,
realize
but
that
you're
you're going
also,
so slow, so
yeah,
that could also cause a wreck too.
everything just feels different. It's like, oh, I'm impaired.
Yeah,
You feel it.
exactly. And
You
at
shouldn't
some
be
point,
driving if you feel that.
exactly. And at some point, you kind of already know, like, I'm 45, so I know, like, okay, I know not to, like, go behind the wheel.
Yeah.
But I usually just do it when I'm, like, at home, when I'm cleaning, and it just really just calms me down. I don't need it to do the crazy stuff, but just to
Sorry.
relax.
The other thing too is like kids under I think 20, it says it can still f with their brain structure.
Hmm.
So that's the only two caveats, honestly. Like it's a pretty safe drug out of all the things we do as a society.
I also think it's, I mean, growing up, like we were saying, like being part of the Dare program,
That's
like
bullshit.
they would like just emphasize it's a gateway drug. I've been smoking for almost 10 years, and I smoke quite a bit. I've never had any kind of desire to have to upgrade it to something harder.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. So gateway, I wouldn't say gateway. I really do think that it's the only reason why it's kind of legal but not legal. I kind of say like mom approves, but dad says no because it's like state, and
Yeah.
But I think the only reason why that we can't just go and buy it at 7-Eleven or anything like that is because they have to be able to tax it. Because me and you can learn how to make it in our backyard.
And there's a certain amount you can't grow by yourself,
You
right?
can. You can
Yeah.
grow like I think it's like 2 trees per person or something like that. And the only thing is, it's like
My roommate is like 2 trees each.
right, seriously. But the thing is, so because we can do it ourselves, they can't put their finger on everything. They can't tax us.
Well, the same thing with alcohol. You can't
Mm.
you can make your own wine, but you can't distill it any further to make stronger alcohols.
Yeah.
It's just what's wild though with THC is though they're potent as
And
especially now.
and that's the thing. Like it's really hard to tell because like I'm sorry, but like the weed's just getting stronger. It's getting way
I
stronger.
feel like we need to tell people that because like people are like because I have met some people like yeah I just don't do weed no more. It's like well yeah you did the strong.
Yeah.
Like, that mess with you.
It used to be like 6% before, and now you're like getting like 22, maybe even 40%, depending on what you get it at. And it's just, I mean, that's when you have to like, relax on it a
You
little
gotta
bit.
have some prudence.
But the thing is, see, so when I make my cookies, I make it. I had multi show me how to make it when I was in Washington State one time, and it takes a 16-hour process. So I, well, it's not not cold press. It's I do it in a crock pot,
Oh,
but
okay.
but it steeps for like 16 hours. So I mean, by the time it's done, it's like super dark green, and you can't taste it in my cookies. So the best part about it is like you get messed up, but you don't realize that you're eating it.
Yeah, I hate the taste sometimes. Like, it's not bad,
It has an
but
aftertaste and
the
stuff like that.
aftertaste, the aftertaste is
And I
annoying. So
emphasize on making them fresh too. So, like if you order, like just say you wanted like 2 or 3 of them, or you're going to on a vacation, I could always get them for you, and I give them to you fresh. So you can't beat that.
yeah, no, definitely.
So,
I'm curious, what do you tell younger you when it comes to weed and stuff?
um, I just don't look at. I'm like I just for well, I actually have a 15-year-old daughter, and I mean, she's just like me, and I know now, like I know my parents would get all over me if they knew that I was, but I didn't really, it wasn't in my life, so I didn't have like, I wasn't a teenager that like, like ran away smoking it here and there, but I just don't think I guess I wouldn't make it a big deal as if my parents did back in the day. I know that it's everywhere, and I know my daughter knows I smoke it.
I feel like we should put it in the same category as like exercise, like, or like health and nutrition. Like, hey, Mija, don't eat that right now. Like, you're still young. Like, nothing wrong with it. Literally nothing wrong with it. Just don't do that at this age.
Now, I do have to say, nowadays, I don't know if you know, but I don't know if you realize it or I noticed it, but a lot of kids nowadays, I guess, suffer from anxiety and stuff. So I do know that it could possibly help some kids when it comes to stuff like that.
I agree, but I'm a little bit rare. We already have
Take
some
advantage of it.
experiences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, that's another thing I don't want to say. Like, I don't want to give, but it's also another alternative to instead of throwing pills at them
That's
so young because we don't know
absolutely.
what
I'll take weed over any fucking pill they're
exactly,
gonna
and then we
prescribe
don't
me.
know what these medications are going to be doing to these young kids. It's fine to take care of it at that moment, but we don't know what's going to happen to them later on in life. So, if my daughter was to come to me and just it seemed like she would have suffered from anxiety or something, then obviously I would get recommendations and stuff, or even talk to her doctor. But I wouldn't have a problem with my daughter if it came to her having to use it. Now, there's the one thing where a kid can smoke it and be in his room and play video games all day and not do anything. And then there's kids that can have a job and go to school and do it and they function fine and they do it just to kind of help them get
We've
through
had
the
the
day.
term functional alcoholic for a long time.
Exactly.
Like, it's no different.
Exactly.
It's the same
So
thing.
I think the same thing. If they can function without having to, overuse of it, I don't see a problem.
And let's be real, some people have demons that
Their heart.
that helps them live.
Absolutely. And it's more like a relaxation. Like people use tea, people use like other stuff, and
Like,
it's
just
just
caffeine. I love caffeine.
same
So
here.
much. It's
So
really bad for me, but
so
I'm not
same.
gonna stop. I'm sorry.
Oh no, same here, same here. So I agree with you on that one.
Anything to like your audience or to like younger people that you'd like to say, like?
Well, besides medicated cookies, I do also make regular cookies. I also make cookie cakes, and I also make kid-sized cookies for like parties. I I was based out of the hardware area. I started during COVID, and I have a small storefront located at Crafted in the Port of LA. And I guess I just love what I do. What I love the most is that I like the fact that people enjoy my cookies. I love it when people tell me, "Oh my God, it's so good." I had one lady come up to me, she cried because she said it reminded her of how her mom made her cookies. And she's like, "I haven't had my mom's cookies in such a long time. It just tasted just like hers." And that made me feel good. You know what I mean? Like,
There's something about making food specifically.
exactly. And some people love doing what they're doing, and I love doing what I do. And honestly, I'm just one of those people that if you can do something that you love and get paid for it, I mean, that's the best thing in the world. Like, because then it doesn't feel like you're working. You're kind of feeling like you're just doing something you love and just so happens you're getting paid, So, but definitely hit me up. I'm going to have my website coming out soon,
I'll
Nacho
put
Granny's
all her
Cookies.
information on the video, of course.
And then I will also have merchandise, and I have cookies available every weekend. I craft it, and I take orders throughout the week. So hit me up on Instagram.
All right. Thank you so much. I think we can cut it around there. Just a little end.
Okay.
I forgot whatever it's called. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Sophia. Right?
Sophia, yes.
I'm gonna put all her information below, and I really should get better at this ending part. We'll just leave it there. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye.